Karma is a bitch. Karma, leave them to karma, leave them to God the Almighty. And, you know, the rest is history. Yeah. ojmerge again, you know. It's a merge life, you know. Out there, you know, and J there, you know. It's been a while, you know. But you know it go already.
Yeah, man. We back at it like a crack addict. Hey. You like that?
Nah.
Okay. Well, hello guys. Welcome back to our channel. It's been a minute, but we decided to drop in and show some love. Hopefully you all have been well. Life has been grand. On our end, everything has been good and dandy. The norm, busy nonetheless. Regular life changes, which would explain why we've probably been MIA. But we're back. Do you have anything you want to share with the people? Any updates? Any words of encouragement? I don't know. It's awkward getting back after weeks of not vlogging, so.
After a long break there?
Yeah.
Well, good man, life is good and everything, man.
Sorry.
Okay, shoot.
Oh yeah, there was something that we wanted to share with y'all back in early April, and it was O's B-Day. We went to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. We took a road trip. We drove through the mountains. It was so beautiful. It was also very, very scary. Yeah. But we spent a weekend there. We stayed in a condo and we went swimming. We toured around the city a little bit. It was a really cute, fun little getaway.
Margarita.
Margarita.
Mamacita. Senor. My senorita.
Hey, get that hand off my thigh, boy. I don't know you. I don't know you like that.
Working me.
Why does your thing come up? But the problem was we left the camera at home, so we recorded everything on our phones, and then when it was time to come back home and edit the footage, none of the footage was compatible with the editing software.
I wonder who left the camera.
Who left the camera? Do we gotta ask?
I just wanna know.
Did you forget?
No. Kinda sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, was a nice vibes, you know, the birthday flow. Birthday vibes is nice, but not gonna lie. The first time, you know, rolling to the Tennessee, and people say Tennessee boring. I lie them, I tell.
It was super refreshing.
You have enough nice little things to do down at Tennessee. The vibes was right.
We got massages.
Got some nice little spa treatment, some nice little vibes we ending up, you know.
Yeah.
Go to the Wax Museum, see the castle, see the King Kong, see the Titanic, see all that extra shit with them up down the part. Where was it, baby? Pigeon Forge? Pigeon Forge?
Pigeon Forge, yeah, that's what it's called.
Pigeon Forge.
Some people call it Gatlinburg too, because they're like
I think Gatlinburg is
side.
I think Gatlinburg is down a little bit more.
Yeah, we really didn't spend no time in Gatlinburg, but
so the vibes is right.
Fun.
The vibes is right and them something there, so
yeah. So we say that to say we didn't totally neglect the vlog. I just think once we missed out on that very important time that we wanted to share with you guys, it was a little bit of a disappointment, and then we was just like, man, I mean, at least that was my energy. Like, man, whatever. We missed a whole birthday, so clearly we just need to get our lives.
Yeah, we're kind of disappointed because we don't want to share that we don't, you know, because you don't know the thing already. You know, we make a step, we make a step, the thing right, and one of them thing there, you know, and we keep the thing up to date, and we, you know it go already. Our ojmerge, our move in sync. You know, I want the fans them forget, you know.
Off the couch.
Most definitely.
Off the couch.
Most definitely.
But anyway, we won't spend too much more time on that. We'll get right into what we came here for. So this video was a request.
Well, I'm gonna shift the camera just a little bit to the side, guys. There we go. All right. Look like we line up now perfectly. All right.
Yeah, this video was a request, so we decided to go ahead and vlog about this particular topic. So one of our viewers asked us a very interesting question, and I think it's a question that more people have than just her, particularly when you're dating someone from another country. If you are a US citizen, be it a Jamaican, somebody from Egypt, somebody from Nigeria, or wherever, you know what I mean? And so it's also a very sensitive topic as well, but people have questions, and if you ask us, we're going to do our best to answer them for you guys. So her question
what
was...
make you say it's sensitive?
I think it's sensitive because, you know, depending on who's listening, if you're on the end of not being a U.S. Citizen, then you may feel attacked, or you may feel like that doesn't apply to me, or it doesn't apply to all of us. So that's why I say it's sensitive. But that's why we're going to answer the question the best way we can, and our views do not reflect everybody's circumstance, but it's just a response to that question. So her question was, she's dating a Jamaican man.
Yeah.
The relationship, I believe she said, is still fairly new, but they're really feeling each other. They're having a great time, and she really likes him a lot. Her question was, how do you know when someone is trying to use you for a green card? I think more specifically, she wanted to know what are some of the red flags. So we're gonna get into that today, guys, starting now.
All right. I'm gonna tell any woman this, or any man this. You know, we live in a country like America, and you know, I date somebody outside of America at the end of the day that doesn't have a green card. Probably come to America, you know, on a visa. Probably overstayed in visa. Probably, you know, just there. Don't make them circumstances, don't make certain little circumstances, you know, make you think like, you know, hey, this is just what that person is in there for, or this might be what it is. Because to be honest with you, majority of people always have that in their mind when they date somebody outside, you know, that's outside, that came to the US and don't really have a green card, or don't really have a citizenship. Now, let me ask you that question, you know, babes. Do you think if a man see a woman and like a woman, and it could be man, woman, woman, man, it doesn't matter, because, you know, a lot of females come here as well and don't have paperwork, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, so it goes both ways.
It goes both ways. So do you feel if two people meet on a good term, start dating, start feeling each other, build a bond, start have feelings for each other, and, you know, start live life on a level, and probably one of the persons is not from here, doesn't have a green card, and express that to the other person. And let me tell you this, majority of people will not disclose that to everybody.
So are you saying that's one red flag? If a person don't disclose it to you off rip, that's a red flag that maybe since they're hiding it, they have other motives?
I would say yes and no. Why yes and no is because if you disclose that to a person, they might feel like, oh, so that's what it is. And it's kind of crazy. If you don't disclose it, a watch relationship build, then in some way, they probably say, well, why you haven't told me that from day one? So you had a motive, this, that, and whatever the craziness is. So you can't really escape it. Whether you say it, whether you not say it, you just can't escape it. It's something that will come and be crazy because a lot of people don't understand what it is. But do you feel like if two people get together genuinely, dated genuinely, build a relationship genuinely, and one of the persons, you know, does not paperwork, doesn't, you know, and express that to the other person, do you feel like it's a bad thing for that person to probably understand where that person is coming from and probably not helping them towards that? Do you feel like, you know, that is something crazy? Or should that person feel like, oh, I'm just being used, or whatever it is? What do you think about that?
I would say this, and my answer is very straight to the point. Number one, use your common sense. Number two,
When I say use your common sense,
let me make my point and then I'll break it down.
10-4.
All right. Use your common sense, number one. Number two, don't be afraid to ask questions. And number three, do research. And I say that because whether you're in a situation where you're meeting somebody and you don't know Does this person want me for a green card? Or does this person just want me for sex? Or does this person want me for my wealth and my riches? The bottom line is this, okay? You don't come to this planet, to this earth, as an all-knowing human being. You have to learn through experiences. You have to learn sometimes through trial and error. And you have to learn through common sense, right or wrong.
Right.
So I say that, you know, if you're really concerned about, is this person sincere about me, or do they want me for a green card, for example? First of all, ask questions. Ask this person, you know, what's your situation? Where are you in the process? You know, is this person handling it on their own without you? Does this person need you to help them? Because you can't just assume that. The person may not even need your help for that. You know what I mean? Now, if you're thinking long term, think of it like this. You want love. Say love is what you want. You meet another person. They might want love too, but they might also have a need. Guess what? Every person has a need.
Most
So
definitely.
if you're a rich man and you're dating a poor woman, but you fall in love with that poor woman, and that poor woman falls in love with you, she's not going to stop being poor just because y'all fell in love. Which means if the love is real, if the love is genuine, as that love grows, would it not be fair for you to share with that woman? You know what I mean? Bring something to her plate. Because at that point, it's not, oh, I'm being used. It's organic. So that brings me back to your question. What do you mean about use your common sense? Where the common sense comes in is this organic? Finding out, is it organic? You can tell if a person is really into you versus if a person is strictly using you for something. Let's take green card out of the window. And let's say you meet a man. Boy meets girl. Ladies, y'all all know this. When you're single, you're dating, and say you're a woman that's dating with a purpose. You're dating because you want to get married, you want a family, X, Y, and Z. And you're telling yourself, I don't want to date nobody that wants sex. Now, all men are going to want sex, okay? It's just a very different type of want. Either you have a man that's only taking you out to Red Lobsters because he's trying to hit it, or you got a man that wants to hit it, but it's not at the forefront of his brain. You get what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you have to use common sense to decipher what's organic and what's not organic. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying my best to break it down and give all different types of examples.
Well,
so a man that is organically into you, he's not always going to be talking about sex when he calls you. He's not always going to be saying, oh, how he haven't gotten laid in X amount of time, or what that mouth do, or Snapchat me that coochie. You know what I mean? It's going to be organic. And there are always questions you can ask. So what I would like for you to touch on are going away from the metaphors. Let's go back to the green card. What are some red flags a man or a woman can look for to know that the love is not organic and that a person is actually in it for that purpose alone?
I think people know people. I think after a while being a person, whether green card is not involved or not, if you're with any man, even if you're with an American man that was born here as an American woman, you know if that man really loves you or not, if that man got feelings for you or not. You definitely gonna know that. You're gonna definitely feel like, oh, this is genuine, this is real. Just like how you fall in love with, with your own people. If you're here with an American man and you feel like, okay, I'm down. A lot of females run towards certain men and they're not there for them. But you find a Caribbean man and the first thing in your mind is, oh damn, this is an exotic man. This is he's exotic. He's from somewhere else. This is what's going on. That's what's going on. And then when he tells you a situation and tell you that, you know what? I want to be able to provide for you. I want to be able to do certain things for you, baby. I want to be able to, be here for you in case something happens. We're having sex, certain things is what it is. You might get pregnant. I might have to be here for my kids, whatever it is. This is my situation. Then you get scared. Oh, so that's what it was for. Regardless of his condition, he's a hustler. Regardless of his condition, he's gonna make it. Regardless of his condition, his drive is more. You know why? Because he's from a place that allows him to maneuver through any situation. Now, if he loves you, likes you, or whatever the situation is, and y'all are building, and he's, you know, he'd be vulnerable enough to you to tell you his situation, and you're like, oh, so that's what you want? You can keep it, you know, majority of the time, they'll say just keep it pushing. Because there's other ways to deal with that situation. So I would say never let that get in the way of you being a woman to be sincere and say, you know what, baby, I want you to be here.
All right, so this is what I want to say. Don't live your life in fear. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, oh, I can't date this person because they may be using me for this reason. Have proof. If you have proof, get the fuck on and run away.
Most definitely.
But how many times have you dated a broke boy and you said, okay, he can't do nothing for me, and most likely the relationship ended because of finances?
Good.
How many times did you date?
Ain't no, so we're not broke, you know, mama.
How many times did you date a mama's boy and the relationship failed because his mother was overbearing? You know what I mean? How many times did you fall for somebody who was not even relationship material, but you tried it anyway, and the relationship fell apart for that reason? You know what I mean? So the bottom line that I'm making is learn from your mistakes, analyze the situation, and definitely don't live in fear. If you are enjoying this person,
most definitely,
if everything adds up and it looks good and it makes sense, and you know in your heart of hearts, don't be in denial either, because if you know something ain't right, then something ain't right. But if you choose to ignore that, that's your prerogative too. But what I'm saying is,
let love take its course.
Yeah, I think so. Because guess what? What's the worst thing to our viewer and to whomever else this may apply to? What's the worst thing that can happen if you fall for somebody and you go through the motions and you wake up one day and they say, oh, you know what? Everything for me is good. I'm out. Okay. You never had a love loss before? You never had a heartbreak before?
It won't happen for that.
You never had something fail, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a part of life.
A life.
It's
and
trial and error.
let me tell you something
sometimes.
too. Karma is a dangerous thing.
Yes.
If he's a woman who love a man at the end of the day, or he's a man who love a woman from a different country, and you know, something like that happened, that person in a situation, you help them to get out of that situation because you love them, thinking that they love you, and you know, some crazy shit happen. Karma is a bitch. Karma, leave them to karma, leave them to God the Almighty, and you know, the rest is history. But apart from that, never give up on something that is potentially great. You might laugh to yourself and say, damn, the things that I was worrying about is crazy. No, I'm in a beautiful relationship, you know, I got me a loving husband at the end of the day that I would have never thought, or wife, that is great, that, you know, I was fearful in the beginning, and it worked out that this is, you know, my soulmate. This is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. It's been great so far at the end of the day. And life has been awesome. You know, never miss that opportunity because...
Your shirt keep rubbing against my nipple.
Never miss that opportunity. And never let love pass you by because of a simple documentation. Love is bigger than that.
Alright, so this video is now at 20 minutes. Before we wrap up, because we try not to make this too long, do you have any hard red flags for the people that want to know? Can you think of anything that's definitely would be something to raise a person's antennas for the men and women out there that are wondering?
A man just, well, for a man just approach you with certain things without no feelings. Time span is big. If you don't see like that person want to build anything with you, emotionally is not invested. He ain't saying the right things. All he cares about is probably that. You know, that's his focus point. You are not the center of his, you know, you're not the centerpiece of things. That his situation is the centerpiece of certain things. And that could be a thin line. Because he might want to be with you but still telling you that if this doesn't work, well, any day I could be snatched away from you and could be in a bad place. So you must know. Go with your gut. Feel it. Red flags. If love did come with a red flag, majority of people wouldn't get hurt. Because that's a red flag. Love comes with no red flag. That situation comes with no red flag, really. Sometimes it does. If you see the situation, as I said again, with no affection, no nothing, and that person is just protesting for that, going hard for that or whatever it is, and you feel like he's not spending the time with you, he's not affectionate, his emotion is not involved in you as a person, definitely red flag. If that person, you know, just move a certain type of way just because of that, then, you know, probably red flag. But apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, life short. Try every damn thing. It could be the farmer, it could be the Jamaican, it could be the dude from Israel at the end of the day, it could be the dude from the Middle East, it could be the Caribbean dude, it could be the dude from Mexico. Give love a chance.
Ireland.
Or Ireland. No matter which part it come from. You never know which part your soulmate, you never know where your soulmate is going to come from. Give love a chance. Don't think about the damn thing that's on earth that is just paperwork. That doesn't match up to your feeling. Give it a shot. You live, you learn, you know, and it's just one of them things. Give love a chance. Just like how you would in any other situation, it is what it is. As I said again, you know, and just one of them things that give love a chance.
Yeah, and just like there are red flags in any other thing, like a man, just like a man from your hometown that's wilding and acting a damn fool.
Exactly.
If your man from Jamaica doing that shit, tell him kick rocks. Period.
Definitely.
So,
a female deal with a man sometime and she see that him crazy and she said, nah, that you're crazy. Same thing. A man might deal with a female sometime and like, nah, she crazy. I ain't messing with that. Oh, she's on some different shit. Look out for these things. But if you know that man genuinely loves you, don't shy away from that just because he's got a situation. People have situations in life. And sometimes the situation that, you know, you help a person with tightens the bond. Shows him that you're real, or shows her that, you know, this is a real situation. Sometimes the things that you run away from are the things that bring you all closer together. Sometimes the things that you are concerned about over the top and try to, you know, fight with, or try to say, no, I ain't trust that situation. It's a situation that bring you all together. You know, so give love a chance, man.
yes, and that's what we got for y'all today. So it was good to come back, guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's vlog. We missed y'all. We just, you know, we need motivation from you guys to keep it going because it can be challenging. But nonetheless, we ain't gonna stop. We may take breaks, but we're not gonna stop. We have a long life and we have a lot to share. So,
yeah. So give it a shot. Love and live. ojmerge. And a merge life. Merge husband, merge wife. You don't know it go already. Boom. Are you me lover, you me want to be my only cheat. Girl, give me your finger, me have to put a ring on it. Night nurse, me addicted to your nightly trick. Never get a loving like this, like this.